Okay. Hello, everyone. Andrew, are you on the line? Yes. Can you hear me, Andrew?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
perfect. So we're going to start the meeting of the Zoning Board of Appeals. Would you be able to do a roll call, Andrew?
Sure. Nicole Payne,
Present.
Tim Hutt-Wagner,
Present.
Michael Karanian.
He is not
Michael
here
is-
this evening.
Correct. Audra Ekstrom. Audra, can you, you might be muted possibly. Audra, are you there?
I don't see Audra on the meeting unless she's listed under the attendees under Bob Newhold.
Okay. All right. Will Becker
Present.
and Sharon Dunning is not expected tonight.
Okay.
Judy Igelski.
Present.
Thank you. And John Bashan.
Here.
Thank you.
So Andrew, since we don't hear from Audra, I'm not sure if that's her on the Bob Newbold on the attendees. What should I seat? 2 people?
Yes, at the time of voting, you can seat 2 people to make it 5 full members.
Okay, so just seat 1 right now, and then I will seat the second one at the end, or I'll just seat them both now.
Oh,
If it
well,
works.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna make a motion to seat Judy Igelski as well as John Bashand.
Second.
What was that?
I second that motion.
And just state your name if you could, please, when you make any motion or anything that you wanted to speak about, please.
Willard Bechter, I second the motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Perfect. John, are you okay with that as well as you as,
Yeah, I was wondering, do we vote? I'm sorry, John Bashan here. Do we vote when we're being asked to be a full member? I didn't vote on
Oh.
that. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to, but I'm okay with it. Yes.
that's a great question. I'm not sure, but sure, why not? Okay. So let's begin. So before we begin, let me explain how the ZBA meetings are run. There are 2 parts to the meeting. First is a public session, and the petitioner will come to the mic and state their name and address and comment on the petition and what the hardship is. After the petition has been heard, anyone from the public may come to the mic and express whether they are for or against the petition. The public part of the meeting will then be closed. During the work session, the public may stay but cannot comment. If the petitioner can stay for the work session, fine. If not, they can call the building department tomorrow and they will let you know what the decision was. So this meeting is slightly different because of it's through Zoom. So if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Lisa Solari Tyler. You are welcome to stay throughout the whole meeting if you'd like. There is going to be a number on the screen that shows if you would like to call in during public participation, as well as if any of the members, as well as you, Lisa, would like to speak, just please state your name prior so that the person doing the minutes can actually say exactly who is talking. So, Judy, would you be able to read the first petition?
Yes, let me get the papers.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, it's petition 2.1. Petition 002004. Jat Builders LLC is requesting a variance of 4 feet for a side yard setback where 10 feet is required for single-family residential from section 4.5 for the expansion of a second-story addition over the existing home and footprint at 34 Cedarwood Road. Do I list the documents?
Nope, you don't need to. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
You're welcome.
Lisa, are you there?
I just want to
Oh, go ahead.
This is Andrew Armstrong. I just wanted to correct the address there was 34 Centerwood Road and not Cedarwood. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andrew. Lisa, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, and so is Jordan.
How are ya?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. If you'd like to speak about it, go ahead.
So we submitted a PowerPoint. Does everyone have access to that? Do we just
So,
read?
if you'd like to read it, you could. Judy does not have access. Correct, Judy?
We're correct.
Correct.
I have what was sent to us.
So if you could speak about it, that'd be great.
Okay.
Well,
So we could go to the next slide.
So what we are proposing is to build a second floor addition over our existing garage and breezeway, and for a master bedroom and bathroom. And we are going to connect the new bedroom to the existing bedroom upstairs via pocket door. And the new bedroom will also have a separate staircase coming down into our kitchen. And once we would complete that, we'd be able to replace the original roof of the house and vinyl side our house also, which we already have a permit for. So as you can see in that plot plan, if you zoom in, we're currently 6 feet away, which we will not be impeding towards our property line any more than existing. And our neighbor did say he's completely fine with being 6 feet away. He actually wrote a letter that I believe you guys have. And I think if you go to the next page.
we did receive that, yes.
Yep. Okay.
So on the next slide is the proposed blueprint plan. And that's just showing what it will look like from the outside. So it's all going to be uniform. And then the following 2 pages, so the next page is the downstairs interior.
So as you can see, we will be expanding our kitchen towards our garage also. And in the back left corner of the kitchen will be the staircase going up to the new bedroom. That is it. Yep. Okay.
And then the next slide moves on to the upstairs interior, just to show that we already have 2 existing bedrooms, so we'll be adding over the current breezeway and over the garage.
Okay.
And then the following picture, currently we have rot in the breezeway, which is kind of what prompted this. So we'd like to replace the structure in general, and that's it connecting to the garage. So that's where we would be adding the above bedroom. And then we just added a picture of the side yard between 34 and 38. So we're not impeding any further, and we're not even really on top of each other. So then in the following picture, we just discussed the land issues.
So we actually have about a 900 square foot patio in our backyard that we did about 2 years ago, and which doesn't allow us to move backwards because of that existing pergola. And we cannot build forwards either because of the driveway being so short. We have a tough time with parking as is. So, okay, next slide. So yeah, as I stated, the neighbors at 38 Centerwood is submitted a letter that's okay with it, and all of the neighbors have actually approached us about the public hearing and regarding our plans and thought it was a great idea. We're just looking to stay in town. We really like it here. And
So house is up at 44 Centerwood a couple years ago. They actually did a similar addition, but more recently, you can, if you flip to 56 Cheney Road.
I think it's the next slide. Right there.
So this is a current addition that's going on 2 streets over. This house was approved for a total knockdown of their current garage. So we were told we can't continue the survival of a structure, and this house was allowed to totally knock down and rebuild. And their new construction garage is only 5.5 feet from the property line. So on the next slide, I just put in the plot plan for 56 Cheney Road and zoomed in just to show that they're closer to the property line than we were. So you could go to the next slide. So that's just their property line, just to give an idea that there are more houses in our neighborhood that are currently filing for the same kind of addition.
And that ends our presentation, and we appreciate any questions or comments.
Thank you very much. Would anyone like to ask a question? And if you do, if you could please state your name for the record, I'd appreciate it, please.
I have a couple questions, Nicole. John Bershand.
Go ahead, John.
For the applicants or for whoever, are they going to maintain a garage there, or is there not going to be a garage? I didn't see that front elevation, or if it flashed quickly. Is that still going to be a garage on the first floor?
Yes, it will be.
Okay. And you're not changing the footprint either of the breezeway or the garage?
The breezeway, yes, we are actually going back a little bit. Let me see if I can.
We're gonna line it up with the back of the kitchen that we currently have, just to open the wall to expand the kitchen.
So just about where the back of the house is now, but that's outside of the 10-foot that we're discussing anyway,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then regarding that Cheney Lane property, I have seen that addition going on myself. Nicole, did that come before this commission, or was it required to come before this commission, if you remember?
John, from what I know of, it has not come in front of this commission. We would have to ask Andrew. I'm not sure what.
Yeah, this is Andrew. I'm not sure about that exact situation, how that came to be. It looks like there's kind of two structures that are somewhat melded together. I don't know if they have a variance or how that came to be exactly.
Yeah, I'm just curious,
So
because
I can't speak
I
to
did
that.
notice that myself, but
We can, if Andrew, if we could look into that at some point, that would be nice. Maybe. I'm not sure exactly.
I'm just curious. And then one more question. Is it normal that the builder asks for the variance, or would it be the property owner that would normally ask for the variance?
So I applied the variance, but my husband is a contractor.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
so
your
he
name. That's your own
Yeah.
name. That's your.
Yeah, so it's Solari Tyler and he's Jordan Tyler. So he put it, so it's under JAT Builders, but I filed for the variance.
Oh, okay. I was just curious. I thought it was a total third party. So that's all. Thank you.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Thank you, John. Not Audra, I'm sorry. Judy, you said you had some questions, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm just trying to picture it, because being at a meeting where I can't see anybody isn't, it's kind of hard.
Yes.
Is the number of the house 34?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And they're talking about a house on Cheney Lane?
I'm sorry.
What was that?
They're talking about a house on Cheney Lane, just comparing things that have been done to houses in the general area.
Yes.
Okay. And what else was there? I think that's it offhand.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else have any questions at all?
I'll just
Willard
point out.
Vector here.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Willie. Go ahead, Willard.
I didn't have a question. I did a drive-by this afternoon and took a look at how everything looked over there, and just did it. I was in the car, so I didn't get out or anything. And it looks pretty good. So you got, according to the paperwork I have, that property line distance has been in existence since 1949. So there shouldn't be any problem, since you're just going up and the footprint stays the same.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a problem.
Okay, appreciate
you.
that.
Thank you, Bill.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes, you can.
I do know 56 Cheney pulled permits on it, so they probably should have gone for a variance, but obviously Andrew would have to check on that.
Okay. Thank you. And now, John, you said right before Bill.
Yeah, one more thing to add. I'm looking at the the printout we had of the neighborhood, the aerial view, and you could clearly see the house next door is probably at about the same offset, maybe around 6 feet or so. And from the town attorney's letter, he mentions that that's what it was originally. So it only became non-conforming when they changed it. So just
Okay.
pointing that out.
Thank you, John. Now, Andrew, is there any way you could be able to read Ben Ancona's letter into the minutes if
Sure.
possible? Thank you very much.
Yep, I will do that. So today we got a letter from Town Attorney Ben Ancona. It's up on the screen, and I'm going to read it into the record. Dear Mr. Armstrong, I've considered all aspects of the subject premises and the homeowner's desire to add a room over their garage, including relevant statutes and case law, and don't believe it violates Section 5 of our zoning regulations. The subject property is a single-family residence in the Southwood, Centerwood, and Northwood development, also known as the Hanbury development. There are multiple properties in this subdivision which were originally built with rooms over the garages or had them added later. For most of the years that this subdivision was in existence, the side yard setback was 6 feet, and therefore there was no problem with any sort of addition. However, in more recent years, the setback was increased to 10 feet with no discernible reasoning or logic. I suspect the change was made without realizing the impact it would have on the subdivision. As you know, the whole point of limiting expansion of pre-existing non-conforming uses is to ensure that a property doesn't have a future negative impact on the neighborhood or surrounding homes. It is also intended to drive development towards uses that the Town Plan and Zoning Commission desired when it was functioning in its legislative capacity. Accordingly, if we are going to consider allowing an expansion of a subject property, we must ask the following question. Is the intended use or expansion in harmony with the surrounding uses and neighborhood? I believe the proposed addition not only is in harmony with the other properties, but actually augments their values and is not inconsistent with the legislator's intent to end disharmonious nonconformity, especially considering that the addition is a vertical improvement with no expansion of the building's footprint. Therefore, although I don't believe the intended project is in violation of Section 5 of our regulations and may be approved administratively, I am recommending that the matter go before the Zoning Board of Appeals for its blessing. Thank you for requesting my opinion, and I have copied the chairman of the ZBA out of convenience and for her edification. So I think hopefully everyone's had a chance to hear that and read it off the screen. I asked for the town attorney's opinion on this, and he provided me this letter today. In addition, I'll just state, as you saw, the neighbor closest to the side yard setback has submitted a letter in support. And during the course of preparing for the hearing, I received 2 phone calls from neighbors. The first was an anonymous caller who had no issue with the project. And the second happened to be a neighbor just a few homes down who actually indicated support for the request as well. So that's all that I have.
Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that. I'm going to open it up to if there's any public participation by anyone other than the members as well as the petitioner. If there is anyone that was calling in or anything like that, or if we do have any more questions.
We do have one individual on the attendee side. I'm going to unmute them and allow them to speak.
Perfect. Thank you.
We do it about 3 times.
Hello.
Hello, my name's Bob Newbold. I live at 50 Centerwood Road, and I came here ready for a fight, but I am so happy to hear that Jordan and Lisa have gotten your blessings, I believe, if it's gone that far. I just had a couple notes that I was going to say, but most importantly, Lisa grew up in that house, so she's not a newcomer to our street. We love her. I've known her since, I don't know, maybe it's 7, 8 years old or so, and we would hate to lose her. Jordan's a great guy. She found a good one, and he's a builder too. And I know this is going to be a beautiful house when they're done. If I offered to trade houses with them if they needed something a little bigger. I put an addition on my house in 1996, and we actually went back 40 feet behind our garage. And we had to kick that in 10 feet at that time because my house is 6 feet from my next door neighbor's lot. In addition, you mentioned the neighbors to Jordan and Lisa. they have a lot like mine, and I believe it's 13 feet to the property line from their house. So there's really close to 20 feet there between the houses. So it makes sense that they're able to go up. It's going to add value to the neighborhood, and I'm happy I came to hear the good news. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Bob. Is there anyone else for public participation, or do we have any more questions?
We have nobody else on public participation side.
Okay, perfect. Anyone else have any other questions? Or I'm going to open up the work session if possible. Okay, so if anyone wants to make a request to close the public participation, and then we can go into the work session.
So moved, Judy Igelski.
Second, Tim
Second.
Hutagner.
Tim Hutbagner, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Can you just state your names for the record, everybody who voted, just so that Noreen is new. She's our new minute taker. She's getting used to everybody's voices. Thanks.
Judy Igelski.
John Bashan.
Voted Vector.
Tim
Audra
Hutagner.
Ekstrom.
I think it was unanimous anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
Voted yes.
Okay. I did drive by. This is Nicole Payne. I did drive by. I did see what they were doing. After reading the letter from the attorney Ben Ancona, as well as seeing everything and talking with Andrew, as long as they're not changing the additional footprint of what is out of the 10 feet side yard, I don't see an issue. I'm not sure if anyone else has any issues or questions about it as well. I see they're trying to, make the house a lot bigger for them. They, so that they can be able to stay in town, which I would love to see. I don't want to see anyone leaving this town for no reason. But yes.
John Bashan.
Go for it, John.
I agree with you, and I don't have I think it's a reasonable request. I don't know if these should be done administratively, so I think they should continue to come before the commission. And then just one, like housekeeping question. The proper signage was put out there?
John,
Yes,
I did.
it was.
Go ahead, Andrew.
This is Andrew Armstrong. Yes, the public hearing sign was out there.
Good.
I delivered it myself, and I had a few neighbors who called and asked about it because of the sign.
All right, good. So, and it's good that the neighbors are all in support. So that's
Right.
it for me.
Thank you, John.
We're in the work session, right?
Yes, we are, Bill.
Well, anyway, I'd like to make a motion to approve the request because all the data that was in the paperwork that we received, the plot stays the same. The footprint does not change. It's a vertical addition, and the setback has been in existence like that since 1949. And so I see no problem with approving this request. That's my motion.
I'll second.
I'll second.
Judy, go ahead, or Audra.
Oh, I agree. I was going to second him and say I agree with his motion.
Thank you, Audra.
Thank you.
All in favor, and if you do all in favor, if we could do it slowly, one at a time, and just state your name, please, for the record.
Judy Igelski, yes.
Willard Vector, yes.
Tim Hutagner, yes.
Audra Ekstrom, yes.
John Bashan, yes, as well.
And Nicole Payne, yes, as well. So that is approved. The petition. Lisa, Jordan, did you hear that?
Yes, thank you very much. We appreciate you listening to our PowerPoint and going in favor of it.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Judy, did you have something to say?
Yeah, I did. They realize that there are some sidebars to this approval about staying within the footprint, et cetera.
Yes, it is, Bill, when he did state his,
Okay,
he did say it is staying in the same footprint. Yes.
okay, all right, good.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so next is the minutes of the previous meeting. Everyone that was at the meeting, I know we don't have Sharon or Mike Karanian here. I think I might just wait, if that's fine with you, Andrew, to approve those minutes until they
That's
all
fine with
come.
me.
Okay, that's perfect. Are there any communications and reports?
I do not have anything, no.
Okay. And now no new business or anything, or old business?
Nope, nothing from me.
Okay, perfect. Would anyone like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
And just state your name, please, if you could.
Judy Igelski,
Perfect. Thank you, Judy.
you're welcome. It's good to hear everyone's voice. I wish I could see you. And stay safe.
Thank you. And I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I think that's full. Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate it. Have a good evening.
Thank you,
Stay
everybody.
safe.
You
Hey,
too.
everybody. Bye.
Take
Thank
care.
Good night.
Good night,
Good
Judy.
night.
Good night.
No, because we didn't approve the minutes, so it doesn't really matter.
Hey, Chris, I see you in here.